What we're talking about is a concept called biohacking your body. At the forefront is the science of nutrigenomics. And nutrigenomics is a big word that means the study of how your body interacts with natural compounds all the way down to your gene expression. Notice, if you will, that nutrigenomics is big business. In fact, the Today Show's estimated that this is going to become a $600 billion industry. Now, most people have never heard of biohacking or nutrigenomics, and you may be wondering if this is a fairly new concept. Well, the science of nutrigenomics has been around for decades, but much of the most recent advancements can be traced back to 2005 when John Quinones from ABC Primetime did an investigative report with the multi-award-winning and world-renowned biochemist Dr. Joe McCord. I have a short clip of that interview, and we'll take a look at it. But before I do, two things I want you to think about. Number one, if this is true, who else needs this information? And secondly, how can you capitalize by having the distribution rights to this particular product in this connected economy?
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig.
Dr. McCord, okay.
I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist.
This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Can you scoop? Yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body.
Leading to disease.
Leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes. So you can see the age-related...
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes.
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
Dr. James Crapo with the National Jewish Medical Center in Denver is also researching Protandim for the company. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would. I can't guarantee it's going to extend your life. I can't guarantee it's going to eliminate any diseases or cure any diseases.
But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
It's the little yellow pill that scientists say could eliminate chronic diseases and help you live well into your hundreds.
You might be able to increase the lifespan of a mammal by 50%. And of course, if that was a human being, then that might be in the order of 130 to 150 years.
That claim might be hard to swallow, but tonight on ABC's Primetime Live, co-anchor John Quinones takes the promising antioxidant therapy called Protandim.
I have become a guinea pig for ABC News in primetime. It's not a drug. It's a supplement. It's called Protandim, and it's a combination of 5 exotic plants that have been around for centuries. Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down.
Quinones has been taking Protandim for 2 weeks now and tells Extra,
I am sleeping better. I feel a lot better, and also energized when I do wake up.
Primetime puts Protandim to the test tonight.
We've known each other a long time. We've passed. You don't ever get older.
Well, thank you. It's quite funny because, you know, people are kind of shocked when they hear that I'm 54 years old, and they say, how do you keep your youth? I have found something, Dr. Phil, that I think is the closest thing to the fountain of youth.
Oh, you do have a secret.
I have a secret, and I've never really talked about it. I've been doing this for the last 2 years. It's called Protandim, and it works. And I'm telling everybody about this.
You feel differently.
Talking about that earlier in the show. So make sure that you get a B12 is another one, calcium, several of them. Make sure you get a good solid multiple. If you don't drink a lot of milk or get a lot of magnesium-rich foods, get a calcium magnesium supplement. And then for those antioxidants, again, get a supplement that will boost your body's production of antioxidants, such as Protandim, which boosts antioxidants in your body up to 54% and reduces those free radicals.
And the other
And the company LifeVantage is a big deal. So that first video aired back in 2005, and it was a small biotech company doing just a few $100,000 a year in annual sales. Within the next few nights, they received over $5 million worth of orders for Protandim. Now, that might sound good, but remember, they were a group of scientists, not necessarily business people. So they were overwhelmed, and they were backordered for nearly 8 months. But here's the good news. Universities from around the world saw that John Quinones' oxidative stress was reduced by 45% in 2 weeks. That led to many of them calling Dr. McCord in order to conduct their own research on Protandim. As a health professional, I love the fact that this has been studied by so many universities from around the world. So, for example, LSU, in conjunction with the Skin Cancer Foundation, found that Protandim reduced the risk of skin melanoma by 1/3 and the spreading of it by 57%. The study actually showed how Protandim suppresses tumors. The American Heart Association published a 26-page study on Protandim and heart disease. To date, it is the only branded product ever featured by the American Heart Association in Circulation magazine. They were so impressed that they funded another study with Ohio State University on the effects of Protandim on persons post-bypass surgery. Johns Hopkins did a study on its effects on lung cancer. And we have Harvard Medical University, and we have other universities from all around the world all studying Protandim, all of them saying the same thing, that this does exactly what we say it does. Reduces oxidative stress and thereby affecting all types of systems in our body. So during that ABC report, the word oxidative stress was mentioned. Now, the first thing you need to know about about oxidative stress is that every single one of us has it. In fact, this is such a big deal that there are over 200,000 studies in PubMed.gov, which is our national medical library. It's been linked to hundreds of diseases like cancer, diabetes, Parkinson's, ADHD, autism, multiple sclerosis, lupus, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, a simple explanation of what oxidative stress is if you cut an apple open and you let it sit, it turns brown. That's oxidation. The same process is going on inside your body. You get it from the food you eat, the air you breathe, the exercise. And as reported in the ABC report, in addition to these hundreds of diseases, we now know that oxidative stress actually increases the rate of aging. But what if you could reduce your oxidative stress and thereby slow down the aging process at a rate of 40 to 70%? Well, that's exactly what that little yellow pill on the ABC Primetime report did. So, if reducing oxidative stress is so important to your long-term health, what are your options? We've been taught to eat a healthy diet, and you absolutely want to eat for proper nutrition, but you're never going to effectively combat the high amount of oxidative stress through diet alone. And here's one reason why. One antioxidant from food neutralizes one radical, and that's it. However, biohacking your system through your NRF2 pathways activates your body's ability to make its own antioxidants, such as catalase, glutathione, and SOD, which neutralizes free radicals at a rate of 1 million to 1 per second in every cell of your body. So this is like comparing an old rotary phone to the latest smartphone. It's a massive shift in technology, and it's happening right now all around you. By now, I'm sure you're wondering what's inside of that little yellow pill that makes it so powerful. Well, I can tell you, it's not magic, it's science. Protandim is a blend of 5 different ingredients, some of which you may already be taking, like ashwagandha, bacoba, milk thistle, green tea extract, and turmeric. But what makes this blend so unique is the unique ratio that creates the synergy activating your NRF2 pathway. It's been clinically proven to reduce your oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days and up to 70% in 120 days. Now, I love that they've gone through the certification process so that what they say is in it is actually in it. Protandim is also certified by the Banned Substance Control Group, so it's safe for elite level athletes. And of course, the National Institute of Aging did a study in which they proved that Protandim actually increased the life of mammals by 7%. So in humans, you're talking about somewhere around 5 to 7 years. Now, Washington State University published a review article in which they said NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. They went on to say that NRF2 is a master regulator in the detoxification as well as the anti-inflammatory protective mechanisms. Now, some of you might be wondering, if NRF2 is such a big deal, why aren't the pharmaceutical companies looking into this? Well, actually, they have. A few years ago, Biogen, a pharmaceutical company, spent over $1 billion developing a drug called BG12, now called Tecfidera, which is a synthetic NRF2 activator. So it works on the same pathways, but because it's synthetic, there are severe drug interactions and side effects. The medication was developed to treat multiple sclerosis, and its claim to fame was that it reduced the rate of relapse by 50%. It was touted as one of the best hopes for people with MS. So Biogen decides to fund a study comparing their drug to several other products, including Protandim. They published their study in Multiple Sclerosis Journal, and their own results concluded, and I quote, "Interestingly, Protandim, a dietary supplement consisting of herbal ingredients, was the most potent inducer and therefore may be the most suited as a therapeutic strategy." Folks, that is incredible. Tecfidera costs over $50,000 a year. One bottle of Protandim is just over $41 a month without the side effects. Oh, and you don't have to have multiple sclerosis to take it. It works for everyone. But it doesn't stop there. The company has put NRF2 technology in many other products, such as Axio, and I love Axio, although we don't claim to treat, cure, or mitigate disease. If you'll allow me for a moment, just to give you my own personal testimony. Several years ago, my youngest son sustained a close head injury and was in special education for approximately 8 years. When I learned about Axio, I immediately started giving it to him. 5 weeks later, he took a series of tests to determine his special education status for next year. Not only did he test out of special education, but he is now taking advanced placement classes, getting college credit, and he's crushing it. When I asked him what the difference was, he said that he didn't know, but he felt like his brain is now alive. Now, what a remarkable statement that is, and it blows me away. In addition, because of my work with children with autism, I've seen absolutely mind-blowing results after taking Axio. I've worked in healthcare for 30 years, and I've never seen anything else like this. But this isn't for just kids who are neurologically atypical. This is liquid brain food for anyone who wants to be focused, in the zone, clicking on all cylinders. This is balancing the brain. It tastes great, and the results are cumulative, so the longer and more consistent you take it, the better results you're going to see. I love that the company is also really thinking outside the box. So the company developed an NRF2 activated skincare line. Yes, your skin is the largest organ you have, so it only makes sense to get the benefits of NRF2 from the outside in as well as the inside out. Now, we also have the world's first NRF2 activated hair care system, which protects your hair from environmental assaults, giving you thicker, fuller looking hair. They even developed an NRF2 for your pets. Now, I love this because there's no placebo effect in dogs. They either feel better or they don't. So up until now, we've been talking mostly about NRF2 and the importance of reducing oxidative stress. LifeVantage has expanded to many other products as well. For example, recently, the company launched the world's first NRF1 activator. It's been clinically proven to improve your cell's production of mitochondria, also known as mitochondrial biogenesis. And here's why that's important. If you think back to junior high school science class, mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cell. It is responsible for so much of what goes on in your body. If the mitochondria in your cells aren't healthy, there's a greater chance that the cell is going to mutate and may even cause premature death. As a healthcare provider, I know mitochondria dysfunction is linked to so many different diseases, such as Parkinson's, diabetes, cancer, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, autism, of course, and on and on. In addition to the NRF1 and NRF2 technology, LifeVantage has also radically improved many of the products you're already taking. How many of you have taken a probiotic? It's so important to have a healthy gut. If you look at the right of the screen, you see just a few of the common health issues associated with an unhealthy gut. It has been said that 70% of your immune system is affected by your digestive system. So what is unique about ours is that not only does it have Wellmune, but it also has a BioTrack technology, which is a patented technology that protects the little spheres as they pass through your stomach and into your lower intestines where they're needed most. Not long ago, the company launched Omega Plus. We now know the importance of having good omega-3s for your brain. Omega Plus also has omega-7, which new research finds is beneficial for healthy weight management. Now, many people don't like to take an omega oil because it leaves you with that fishy taste all day. Ours is not like that. You could literally bite into this because it's a clean source. Each bottle has its own unique number that makes it literally traceable from the boat to the bottle. LifeVantage launched a complete weight management system with key ingredients to help your body function better. So as you can see, our products are second to none, award-winning, triple patented, category-creating, and scientifically researched products.